The City of Seattle's Priority Hire program isn't just about jobs. It's about changing lives and shaping the future of our city. It opens doors for workers who've been left out for too long and helps them walk through with pride. We see it in paychecks, in families, in communities, and in the culture of how we build together.
Priority hire means opportunity, stability, dignity. I joined the laborers when I was in an unstable life. It definitely gave me the foundation. My first job was on a priority hire, and from there on, I actually stayed with the company for 5 years. All I needed was the opportunity, and priority hire gave me that.
I've lived in the 98144 zip code. My family has lived in the 98144 zip code, one of our economically distressed zip codes, because of the history of redlining, because of the history of covenants, and because of the history of racial discrimination. My family has lived in 98144 for 6 generations, and I'm still here. We're still here, by the way, y'all. And so priority hire, what you've asked me what I've seen, priority hire has prevented displacement, because I have seen those apprentices go through their program, graduate from their program, buy a home, have babies, raise a family, and guess what? Maybe someday 98144 won't be economically distressed, because those apprentices will have the opportunity as journey persons to come back and buy homes in the city.
The opportunities are endless when you get into the trades and the relationships that you build. And it expands. It's not about wearing your bags for the rest of your life. They can grow into leadership positions. They can run job sites. They can even own their own construction company, just from starting from even the basics of a pre-apprenticeship program and working themselves up.
Since 2013, more than 4,800 workers from priority hire zip codes have earned over $120 million on city projects. That's real money staying in our communities, supporting households, small businesses, and long-term dreams. And within those numbers are lives transformed, workers finding opportunity, families finding stability, and the first steps into stories of change.
One of the key impacts that Priority Hire has had on the South End, and particularly the Rainier Beach neighborhood, is that it's ground zero for Priority Hire. It was in a local neighborhood that the whole idea was ultimately conceived, and we're very, very proud of that. One of the things that we have pride in our neighborhood is looking at not only direct services, but looking at system change and looking for that system change to become policy change. And Priority Hire is one of those wins that we have experienced.
The campaign to win Priority Hire started out as something else, but whatever the name changed, it was still about the same thing, putting people from those impacted areas to work and giving them the opportunity that didn't exist. Community organizations don't have the resources or the longevity to see these things through. But if we can institutionalize the role that your contracting division is doing and make that so much a part of the industry, that we've done our work.
It's uniting our communities, and it's also pouring funds into our communities. And so when we provide these workers from these communities, they're putting that money right back into it. And they're also doing what? They're telling their friends, they're telling their brothers, their cousins, hey, this is another sector, that we traditionally haven't looked at. So how about we jump into it as well? And it's not gonna be a perfect transition. We're gonna have our ups and downs as well, but we're gonna grow together.
The community will make this thing successful. It's not really about me. It's not really about any individual. It's about the community. So we have community leaders, training providers, outreach providers, contractors. That's our community working together and giving opportunities back to our community. This is a growth that's feeding itself. The trades is very valuable to any sustainable community.
Looking ahead, we're building an equitable framework, not just a special initiative, but the standard on how we build. We are fortifying an ecosystem rooted in community, in peer-to-peer connection, and in sustainable, well-paying careers. It means shared investments and accountability, and expansion of services that lead to growth retention, and generational wealth. So that opportunities don't just open doors, it keeps them open.
We all need a dream. We all need aspirations. And this is one of those ideas that help support that. I brought a little prop here in terms of the apprenticeship guidebook. And you can just see on the cover here, the twinkle in this person's eyes because of the opportunity they have. And that's what we're trying to instill in the young people in our community. We don't want that twinkle dulled out because of the lack of access, because of the lack of resource.
Not everyone likes change, but together we can do it. And I'm proud of everyone that's involved. And Priority Hire, CWAs, all of the organizations, the contractors, the city.
It takes a coalition and it takes a lot of individuals to come together and say, how do we get this done? I think we're there. I think, if people argue that we're not there, I think we're pretty dang close to getting where we need to be.
The people who build Seattle carry their communities forward with courage, with strength, and with the pride to belong.